guys? This is Gabe from SNP Speed Innovations, and today we're going to talk about the 2RZ, 3RZ complete harness kit. And this one in particular is for all the two coil guys. This is for the 1997 to 2000 Toyota Tacoma 4Runner engines. It is important to note that this is not a RZ, 2RZ, 3RZ Tacoma chassis or a third gen 4Runner chassis. This is more for like the swap guys. So if you have a 22R pickup truck and you're swapping in a 2RZ or 3RZ 2 coil into your ride, or you're doing a Corolla or a Celica or whatever it be, even if it's a rock crawler or a desert car, this is the kit for you. This is the kit that comes with pretty much whatever you need. So let's get right to it. This here is a full complete engine harness. As you can see, we have labels on here that plugs right into the camera crank sensors, all your injector connectors, pretty much everything you need, coolant temp sensor, all your factory stuff here. So we try to make this as plug and play as possible. And this is for the Haltech Elite 550, 750s as well, but we primarily do the 550s. Power supply on this thing is pretty simple. We have a single wire weather pack that comes off right there. So it's pretty simple. It just plugs right in, and then you just put your key switch right to this wire here. The fuel pump supply, or this is the fuel pump activation, your trigger wire. Same thing, this just plugs right into the harness. This wire goes up to your fuel pump relay, wherever your fuel pump relay is. Now that's important to note that that is a negative trigger for your fuel pump. So what that means is that you'll have 4 pins on your relay. You'll have 85, 86, 87, and 30. So the way we normally do it is that would be wired to 85. 86 would be key switch. So when you turn a key on, you have power going to 86. And then when the ECU activates the fuel pump relay, it energizes a negative trigger to the 85. And then your 30 and 87 passes through. So it's pretty simple. Our harnesses come complete with its own power supply. So we have our own relay and circuit protection for that. And that relay is for the injector power supply and the coil power supply. So we do that so we have total control of the power supply and the harness as well. We also use that for stuff like idle air control valve and stuff like that. Speaking of ignition, we have an ignition coil harness here. So all of our 2RZ, 3RZ complete harnesses have a detachable ignition output wire, just like this. Plugs in here. So let's say you buy this for a 97 to 2000 engine, 2 coil setup, and then you decide to upgrade your valve cover and put a factory 4 coil setup. No problem. You contact us. We have the 4 coil version. It plugs right in. If you decide you want to get into the race coil setup, the big gnarly race coil, the IGN 1As, if you're trying to put a little more power to it, put a bigger turbo on it and stuff like that, no problem. Everything just plugs in right here. And our relay powers the coils up. That harness is also available on our website. It has everything you need, the plug wires, the bracket, the coils, the harness, everything plugs right in. So try to make this thing as seamless and upgradable as possible. Try to bring all that power and fun to you guys. As always, all of our kits come with a vacuum line, air temp sensor. The vacuum line is for the internal map sensor inside the ECU, our Elite 550s here, and just plugs in right like this. That's good for that internal map sensor. Now, that internal map sensor is good for 43.5 pounds of boost. So for those that really like to party, that thing will party with you all night long. That's the Elite 550. All of our kits come with a wideband, WB1 Wideband. This is a CAN-based communication wideband module here. It's a wideband module. It's a pretty neat deal the way they do this. So our sensor plugs in through here, through an extension cable that's in this box. And then through another black cable. It's CAN-based, so this other black cable in here plugs into one of these 2 ports. It doesn't matter. It can be either port. Plugs into one of these 2 ports here. And then that would plug into the main engine harness here. Now, by doing it that way, you have CAN communication here. And that CAN communication basically communicates with the O2 sensor wideband module, so that it goes back and forth. It tells it when to warm up, tells it when to start working, and then in turn, the wideband module returns the information from the O2 sensor back to the ECU. Now, if you're going to run a Haltech IC7 Dash, a UC10, a multifunction CAN gauge, you plug that into the second port. It doesn't matter, like I said before, it doesn't matter the polarity. You can plug it into any port you want. You can put the ECU in this port or that port. You can put the dash in this port or in that port. Doesn't matter. It's very simple, very basic. All of our ECU programming is done through the EFI Order Form. So whenever you place your order for any of our EFI kits, it is important to note that you fill out that EFI order form the best you can. If you have any issues or questions, right about here will be a link to the EFI order form video, the YouTube video, and that video will tell you how to fill it out. What that does is it gives us all the information we need so I can program a startup tune. A startup tune is just that. It's not a burnout tune, it's not a drive tune, it's not the, well, this thing cuts out 5 pounds of boost. It's because it's a startup tune, not a driving tune. Startup tune is because we can only get it as close as we can to get this thing to start run. You have to keep in mind that this ECU is blank. It doesn't know anything about your Toyota motor. It doesn't know if it's an LS1 that we're trying to use a 4-cylinder output for an LS motor. It doesn't know if it's an SR20, a 22R, or a 4G63. It doesn't know that. We program all that information in here, the correct trigger pattern, the calibration for all your sensors. Everything is set up in here so that this computer here knows exactly what engine you have. And then through that EFI order form, you tell us like the weight of the vehicle, what size the tires it has, what size the injectors, if you're running boost, how much boost, supercharger, turbo, all that good information helps me to put a better program into this ECU, get you closer to just getting your tune knocked out and done out of the way as quickly as possible. There's also on the EFI order form, there's a special note section at the bottom. So if you have like a built motor, low compression pistons, high compression pistons, a set of race cams or high performance camshafts, please put all that information in there at the bottom. That also helps me to create a better program for this. We want this thing to start and run, and we do give tech support. So if you install one of our systems here and it doesn't start and run, please reach out to us. Your best bet is just to call our office, 928-854-1320. Talk to John or one of the guys in the office, have them put you on a calendar, tell them you need a tech support session, and I can remote in and take a look and see why it doesn't start and run. Sometimes it's a cam position sensor, sometimes it's a crankshaft sensor, and sometimes I can go in and just kind of do a little bit of filtering or adjustments to make those things work. That's our entire kit right there. As you can see, it comes with the Haltech Elite 550 preloaded with the startup tune, WB1 Wideband module and sensor, a map sensor hose. And now this map sensor hose isn't just like your fish tank hose. This is actually tractor trailer air brake line type hose. It's a high quality industrial commercial grade hose. It's got decent temperature rating, but doesn't mean you can leave this on your exhaust header. You can still melt it. You can kink it if you really try, but this is not that cheap stuff you would get at Home Depot or anything like that. This is nice quality stuff. So, and then it's also important to note that this actually gets plugged into the intake manifold plenum, not the throttle body. The plenum will give you proper vacuum and manifold pressure readings like boost and stuff like that, as opposed to the throttle body will not. We normally take this and we tie it into the plenum, which would be the front of the intake manifold, and we tee off going to the fuel pressure regulator. Keep it nice, simple, and clean. You can also tee off and do your boost gauge if you have one. So we have the ECU, the wideband, the vacuum hose. We have the full complete harness that plugs into all your injectors, all your sensors, our extra auxiliary connector here, which gives you the ability, as auxiliary connector gives you the ability to do a TAC output wire. You can do launch control input. You can do boost control output. We also give you a 12 volt, a clean 12 volts switch power, 5 volt reference, sensor ground. So if you do want to bring in E85 or something like that, it is limited. There's only so many wires here, but it does give you some options. You can bring in oil pressure, fuel pressure, um, or you can bring a flex fuel or something like that. You can do boost control output, you do launch control. You can do all kinds of stuff. Not all of those, but one or two of those. Um, Air temp sensor, because that's important if you're running boost. Gives you your pigtail for your fuel pump relay. Key switch power supply. Of course, we give you a couple of these barrel style butt connectors and some quality heat shrink here. You get your stickers, you get your card, your EFI, or I'm sorry, you get your installation instructions, and then your 2 coil setup that plugs right into our harness. Super easy, goes right in there, and then these go into each coil, and that goes right to the cylinder head. So that's it. That's the entire kit right there. If you guys have any questions or comments, please drop your comments below. Send us an email, send us a message, give us a call, and be more than happy to answer your questions. Remember, this is for the swap guys. This is not for like your Tacoma stuff. It does not give you your starter. It does not give you your reverse light, your speed sensor. This is just the proprietary functions to the Haltech ECU. If you are looking for your starter, your reverse light, your speed sensor, AC wire, stuff like that, we do actually have lower engine harness for the swap guys who are doing like the 22R chassis. We do have those for earlies and late, so they do try to plug right into your factory EFI harness underneath the dash. So that's pretty neat, and it does have all that stuff in it. So that's important to note. You probably do a link somewhere for that, or as we do a video for that, it's going to come out soon. So that's it. That's all I got, guys. Don't forget to do all that stalker stuff. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. If you don't like the notifications, don't ring that bell. That's cool. But please like, follow, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And if you like this content, please drop a comment below. And if you want to see more stuff like this, drop a comment. Tell us what you'd like to see. So until then, be good and stay tuned. Thanks, guys.